everyone, welcome back to Fantasy Forge. I'm Cameron Holt, and today I'm going to be taking two classic monsters and mashing them together. If you've been on Fantasy Forge before, you know that there's nothing I love more than taking a Pokemon and taking a D&D monster and creating some new horrible monstrosity out of both of them. So today I'm going to be taking a couple of the classics, mashing them up, and talking a little bit about my process as we go. So, without further ado, let's hop in. I like to start with a sketch to get an idea of the major attributes of each character, or creature. For example, Pikachu's most notable aspects to me are the ears and the tail, as well as the color, but I try not to get too specific with my sketches, trying not to get too hung up on perfect proportions and scale and all of that, just kind of letting my hands get used to drawing and figuring out the shapes that I'm going to be working with. The red dragon is much more complex, but the most notable features to me were the number of limbs, the snake-like S-curve in the neck, as well as the overall silhouette with the wings and the legs, and so on and so forth. Laying out the sketch for my piece, I try to combine the most notable parts of each design, and meld them into one homogeneous form that at least makes a little bit of sense, and hopefully reads for each. In the end, I decided to go a little more Pikachu with the design, because the shape of the dragon doesn't necessarily read red dragon per se, but I think it reads dragon overall. I also decided to go with folded wings in my design because I didn't want to just completely rip off the red dragon pose that I was using as reference. Once the sketch is done, it's time for flat colors. These are the colors that you would see unaffected by light or shadow, just simply the colors that things are. From there, I throw on a multiply layer as a clipping mask and start adding shadow. This is when we start building 3D form and depth. I went with cool shadows, more towards a kind of greenish hue. Next, we do the same thing with an overlay layer and some warmer tones. Kind of a light orange, to add our first light source, and to contrast a little bit the green that we have in the shadows, continuing to describe the 3D form. Next, I went in with a saturated green bounce light to give a more realistic look to the lighting, to show some reflecting light of the surrounding area. Finally, I added a small rim light around the edges to really make things pop. After that, I play around with the lasso tool and some textured brushes to make a simple background, and voila! The Pika Dragon. Dragon Shoe? I don't know which I prefer. Name it in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified of the next time that I post. I try to get out a video every week, if not more, so be sure to stick around for more monster mashups, original artwork, and things of that nature. Me and Chloe here, we'll see you guys in the next video. Do you have anything to say about that? No? Subscribe for more monster mashups, original artwork, and things of that nature, and I will see you guys in the next video. But until then, stay safe out there, adventurers.